Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Gene.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Sunday, December 29th, 2024. So, on the antepenultimate day of December...
Yes.
Did you do the crossword?
Is it the antepenultimate day?
So the penultimate day, the ultimate day would be the 31st. The 30th would be the penultimate. And the antepenultimate would be the 31st, 30th, 29th.
Okay.
So yes, this is the antepenultimate day of December.
All right. And on this antepenultimate day of December, I did do the crossword.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
I did.
Surprise, surprise.
And actually, two things surprised me about this crossword. One is how quickly I got through it, because I had no trouble with it. And even more amazingly, I mean, that's amazing enough, but I put in the last letter and it's solved. That has not happened to me in 7 to 8 centuries.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. It's just like, I mean, I was feeling pretty good about it, but I was just, that never happens. You know, always last letter, oh, still a few problems, go find them. And 1 hour later, but I think this contributed to my great time. So I was very pleased about that.
Well, good.
Yeah.
And that's kind of surprising because there were a lot of names in this puzzle. Did you notice there were a lot of proper names, many dealing with pop culture, you know, movies and singers and authors and stuff like that. But I think there were a lot more
Really?
names. Well, yeah, because...
But they were ones that I knew, so I guess I didn't notice them.
Right, But, I mean, we had 19 across, Disney CEO Bob.
Oh, Bob Iger.
And then 24 down, political Buttigieg. That was Pete, of
right.
course. But then we also had 66 across, portrayer of Grindelwald and Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, which was Johnny Depp.
Right.
Right next to that, Arthur Zola, Emil. 61 across was McAvoy of Cosmetics, and that was Trish.
Did not know that one.
Yeah. There was 83 across, Jamie, who pitched on 8 major league teams over his 25-year career. That was Moyer.
Definitely didn't know that one.
20 across, part of MGM was Mayer, Metro Golden Mayer, yeah. Let's see. We also there was.
Where was it? Hang on. Where was Mayer?
It was way at the bottom, 120 across.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was thinking there was at least one more. I mean, and those are just the people names. But
Right.
then we had 18 across, Emmy-winning drama set in the Midwest, which was Fargo. Just a lot of names in pop culture, I thought. So I'm glad that you were able to get it done so quickly. Oh, 76 across. The Simpsons character who said, I've done everything the Bible says, even the stuff that contradicts the other stuff. That was Ned.
I thought that was a pretty funny clue.
That was a funny clue.
Of course, it was a quote from The Simpsons, so
Right,
it had to be funny.
But, there was the 34 across. A dog with small black eyes that twinkled merrily on either side of his funny wee nose. And that was Toto. So, just lots of things related to movies and TV and sports. And I just noticed. So it seemed like there was more than in your typical Sunday. Oh, puzzle. Another one, 110 across. Director Sam Raimi.
Okay, so maybe there were a lot of pop culture references, but for once they were pop culture references that I recognized.
Well, good for you.
I mean, Pete Buttigieg, he's been in the news the whole last year.
Right.
And Fargo, I had the F and the R, and so it was 5 letters, and it's like, it was Midwest. It's like, got to be Fargo. There was a theme here.
There was a theme.
And the theme helped a lot for me.
Well, it did for me, too. The title of the puzzle was Multi-Hyphenates, and that is definitely what we had in the puzzle. There were 4 clues going across that the first word, they were 2 words. Oh, there were 5. 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm sorry, there were 5. clues that went across. The first word of the answer was line. Like, for example, 22 across was electrician who might put in overtime after a bad storm, and that was line worker. Or 28 across was graphics that showed trends, and that was line charts. And then we had 59 across, hard hits off the bat, and those were line drives. And then we had 72 across, the Macarena or Cha-Cha Slide for 2, which were line dances. And then 105 across, defensive position, which was linebacker.
Right.
But instead of putting line, L-I-N-E, in each of those first 4 squares, you needed to put a dash, which formed a line. 4 dashes in a row kind of looks like a line. Because all of the downs were hyphenated words. I just thought that was pretty amazing that they thought of that many hyphenated words and then were able to put them right next to each other to create a crossword. So for the first one with line worker, that included the dashes were in 1, 2, 3, and 4 down. 1 down was don't even think about it, which was 2 down was proscribed action, which was no. 3 down was kind of list, which was to do. And 4 down, opinion piece, which was op-ed. And all the rest were the same. I don't have to read them all. But anyway, they all needed a hyphen. And the hyphen came right where the lines that created the line for line worker were located.
Right.
So.
And then, of course, we had the revealer 112 across.
That's right, which was indication of where to cut or something written 5 times in this puzzle. And that was dashed line.
Yes.
Which is exactly what you had.
Now, did you know to put in the dashes before you got to the revealer?
Yes.
Really?
I figured that out, yes.
I was just leaving it blank because it's like it's working with it blank. I'll just leave it blank. And then I thought maybe, for once they're going to have you not fill in the entire crossword. But then I got to dash line and realized, I should put in dashes.
Oh. So no, when we had op-ed, I was doing this with our youngest, opinion piece, op-ed, but you had 5 squares and the OP kind of worked in the top 2 and the ED worked in the bottom 2. So we thought, well, we'll just put a dash there because that's what would be there if you were writing it out. Well, then we decided to just put dashes and all because the dashes created a line and the answer to 22 across was line worker. So we put in the dashes right away.
Oh, okay.
We figured that out.
I think this was a great crossword. It was by Harry Zeng, and it was his second crossword.
Oh, well, good job, Harry.
I like I said, didn't have too much difficulty, although 5 across, conceal was cloak.
Right.
I wasn't ready for that as a I guess a verb here.
No, we didn't put that in right away either.
Had to sort of work through the crosses, and it didn't help that for 7 down, big name and pest control, I went for Arkin. I think that might be an actor.
Yes, Orkin.
It was Orkin, yes. That helped a little bit. And then 9 down, like Bibimbap was Korean.
That's correct.
I think we've seen that clue before.
Yes, we have.
All of the, or just about all of the dashed answers were debuts. So this had 25 debuts.
Wow.
Yeah, that might be a record.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought we were doing pretty well in yesterday's crossword where we had 10.
Yes.
Now we're at the 25.
Wow.
I wonder if someone could do a crossword that was all debuts.
I don't know.
That would be, I'm sure, almost impossible.
Oh, that would be hard.
Right. But Jeff Chen's working on it as we speak.
Right. One thing I learned from this puzzle, 100 across was places to dock, and the answer was wharfs.
Did you want to put wharves?
Well, I always thought, I was taught wharves was the plural of wharf. But I looked it up, and wharfs is also considered the plural of wharf. So it is correct.
But it's always dwarves, right? You can't have dwarfs.
And the 7 dwarfs. No, I've never heard dwarfs.
Right. So just another example of the inconsistency of the English language.
Yes.
Just to keep people learning English as a second language on their toes.
That's right.
Let's see. 109 across. Man's name meaning strong in Hebrew was Ethan.
That's correct.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
I also did not know 57 down, vanishing point, thin air.
Yes.
That was pretty cute.
That was very cute.
And then, let's see, 80 down. I would like to thank the Beach Boys for allowing me to get this one. Vacation destination in the Caribbean, Aruba.
That's right.
I just go through the Kokomo song until I get to the right island, and then I'm good.
Oh, another pop culture name, 58 down. Henry, who composed the theme for the Pink Panther. Mancini.
Right.
Henry Mancini. He was a very prolific composer.
That was almost a gimme for me. I think I had the M because 56 across, dough dispenser was ATM.
Right.
So yeah, I was just totally tuned into the constructor's wavelength today.
Very good.
I know, it's so rare.
Yeah, that is kind of nice every now and then when that happens, and it's just like, yes, I know that. I know that. Yeah, it's wonderful.
It never happens on like a Friday or a Saturday.
No. But
maybe occasionally, but definitely not the whole grid.
Oh no. But that's good.
91 down. Blank Bill, folk hero who is said to have ridden a tornado like a bucking bronco, was Pecos.
Pecos.
Pecos Bill. Pecos Bill? Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, I misread this, and I thought it said, Blank Bill, folk hero is said to have ridden a tomato like a bucking bronco. And I'm like, how do you ride a tomato? And then I looked a little more closely and realized it was tornado.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Have you read any Pecos?
Pecos.
I'm sorry? Say it to me about 5 more times and I'll sink it. Pecos Bill. Have you read any Pecos Bill?
I think I did read some Pecos Bill story when I was in school.
Was a tornado involved?
Well, it was a tall tale. We were learning about tall tales.
Oh, okay.
So we had one about Pecos Bill and one about Paul Bunyan.
Of course. That's required.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah. Yep. Tall tales.
Let's see. We had 98 down. 98 down was Honesty is the first chapter in the book of blank, Thomas Jefferson. And the answer was Wisdom.
That's right.
Have you ever read the book of Wisdom?
I don't think so. No.
I wonder if that, it's the whole first chapter or just mentioned in the first chapter? He seems to suggest it's the whole first chapter.
No, I'm not sure.
I wonder what the second chapter is. Don't give a sucker an even break?
Well.
Let's see. For 37 across, I went off the rails here. It was Lion's Prey. And I had it starting off with ANTE, and I went for Anteater.
Oh. No.
But it was an antelope.
That's correct.
Yeah, you can forgive me, though, right? I mean, ANTE, I was on a roll.
I don't think an anteater would provide much of a challenge to be prey.
I don't think
it would just be like a buffet.
A snack.
Right there, and he would just eat it.
Sort of a munchie.
But an antelope would definitely cause a chase.
But don't anteaters, aren't they like they've got tough shells or skins or whatever it is that anteaters have?
I'm not sure.
And then of course maybe the anteater could order its anteater friends. Actually, I guess there's.
I think you're thinking of an armadillo that has a tough shell.
Yes.
I don't think anteaters do, but I'm not sure. They might.
Okay. I'm willing to bet that anteaters do not have tough shells, and you were right about the armadillo.
We can look that up.
Okay.
Oh, another pop culture one. 29 down. Green with the boulderized hit. I don't know what that means. Forget You. CeeLo Green.
Yeah, I didn't.
You know what that means? Boulderized?
Boulderized? Let's see.
Boulderized?
Where are you looking in?
29 across, or 29 down.
29 down.
Boulderized.
I think it means.
Boulderized.
No, I think it's boulderized, or maybe boulderized. And I think it means they've taken some song and sort of messed it up in some way.
Oh.
Let's see if we can come up with a more distinct or more precise definition. Oh, remove material that is considered improper or offensive, especially with the result that the text becomes weaker or less effective. Every edition of the letters and diaries, of his letters and diaries, had been bolderized. And yeah, it's boldlerized.
Yeah.
I need to pronounce that L.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say bolderized.
Boldlerized. Yes.
So
Interesting.
yes, as was the entire crossword. In fact,
It was an interesting day for Sunday. I found it very entertaining.
Let's see. One last one. 33 across. Rapscallion is a rogue.
Yep.
I like both of those words. Rapscallion, which sounds like an onion, and rogue, which sounds like something out of Star Wars, which I think it might be. All right. I think that's it for today then.
Okay.
So thanks everyone for listening. Hope you're enjoying our podcast after our long break last week.
That's right.
And remember, you can get a hold of us, crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. Monday's Crosswords out. We're going to tackle it. Hope you will too. And we'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.